All right, you've got to see this. We are back with In Depth today, and a Today exclusive on what they call deepfakes, digitally manipulated videos, images, and audio that are becoming increasingly common, and the fake part can be nearly impossible to detect.
Now the man behind the best-known deepfake is speaking out for the first time in a conversation with our own Jacob about how and why he has fooled so many and the threat the technology could pose. What a great conversation.
Honestly, you guys, this is truly mind-blowing, and I think it's so mind-blowing because you all at home have probably seen these TikTok videos that look like Tom Cruise showing us a day in his life. He's doing things like playing the guitar, trying on clothes, even eating dinner. They're pretty captivating. Well, this morning, the guy behind that account that has fooled hundreds of millions of people, is opening up about the sensation he created and what some worry that in the wrong hands could have disastrous consequences.
What's up, TikTok?
All year long, Deep Tom Cruise has been posting videos showing what appears to be a different side of the Oscar-nominated actor.
I think there's bubblegum inside there. People are surprised that I'm a big Dave Matthews guy.
But believe it or not, that's most definitely not Tom Cruise. Nor is this with me in our LA bureau.
This is serious, breaking news, but a little behind the scenes, a little flavor. I'm with one of the most legitimate correspondents on Earth. Now, if you're interviewing me, Jacob, you face it. Hold on just a second. There's a big flag. We're safe.
You are deepfake Tom Cruise.
That's me. That's me.
Miles Fisher may have an uncanny resemblance to the superstar, but using advanced technology, what he's created is far more than an extraordinary impersonation. Have you guys created the best deepfake that has ever been made?
I think we've created the first deepfake that's so realistic that a large majority of people have seen.
Not only seen, but fooled by, including at least one of the world's biggest celebrities.
This is the one that Justin Bieber thought was real.
Fisher says looking and sounding like the leading man made it difficult to chart his own path as an actor. So a year ago, he decided to lean into it, stumbling into a role with repercussions far beyond Hollywood.
As I find myself the unofficial face of this deepfake movement, it's important to learn. And I'm fascinated by this. This is the bleeding edge of technology.
It started when Fisher contacted Belgian visual effects wizard Chris Ume. They began creating viral videos for fun, and they're only getting better.
Still got it.
About 5 days, maximum 6 days, I could turn around something like this.
So you've gone from weeks to days in a matter of a year. This technology is advancing that rapidly.
Yeah.
For his part, the real Tom Cruise hasn't asked the duo to stop, and they haven't monetized the TikTok account. Cruise didn't respond to a request for comment from NBC News, but their work so successful, Fisher and Ume's company, Metaphysic, is now in business together. Looking to convince others it's worth paying for this technology.
How can we use this technology by creating kind of identity rights? Let's say Tom Cruise gave us the consent for this likeness, where we could move beyond just small parody clips. Everybody gets paid for that intellectual property.
That does raise ethical questions about where you fit in all this.
The thesis of this company that Chris started begins with ethics.
They say they'll only take on projects they consider ethical, but some worry leaving companies and individuals to make that decision could be a dangerous precedent. Congress has held hearings on deepfakes and AI, and the FBI tells NBC News they're following the rapidly developing technology closely, saying we'll continue to investigate any violations of federal law and actors that may use them for nefarious acts. Should we understand it as a potential threat to our democracy?
I think the technology is morally neutral. As it develops, the positive output will so far outweigh the negative, nefarious uses. If you like what you're seeing, just wait till what's coming next.
And there is more coming next. Ume, Fisher's partner, says that it is Fisher's talent, and he is so talented, combined with that AI, that makes this possible. But the technology is quickly catching up. They're both well aware that they are in uncharted territory, and at least one government, you guys, has reached out to Chris Ume to learn more about this technology, which raises so many questions.
It does, and it's just mind-blowing to see how similar it is. Is there a way to know when this is fake and to tell when it's fake from reality?
The short answer is not really. There are companies that are building tools to try to detect this technology, but there are even people who knew Tom Cruise, have met Tom Cruise, who reached out to me after I shared that video on Instagram, after they posted on TikTok, and said, "Oh, Tom's a great guy, isn't he?"
Oh, my God.
It was the first thing I asked you when I saw you this week, because I had seen that online. This guy does it for entertainment, but the risk is if someone does it to compromise some professional actor or politician.
And you guys will relate to this. There were hearings, Adam Schiff held hearings on the Hill about this in Washington, D.C., about the effect potentially on election interference, on our democracy, you know, as an entity. What could possibly happen if this gets into the wrong hands? And I don't think anybody has the answer to that quite yet.
Yeah, and Ume is such a good actor. He could impersonate Tom Cruise without the deepfake.
It's really extraordinary.
Mind-blowing.
Yep.
Yeah, great interview, Jake.
Thank you, guys.
That's something.